What's going on, Respect Max Sports here, bringing you episode 3 of this New York Jets owner mode here in Madden NFL 15. And you can see right now that this was the game we were supposed to play here against the Lions. This was supposed to be a whole bunch of gameplay, and I'm sorry, I did not know what happened really. I just went back to edit it, and just no gameplay, nothing was there. So I'm going to do a bit of a recap of how this game went down. As you can see, it was an absolute blowout. We lost 35-0, by far like the worst game of Madden I've ever played. And that loss brings us to 1-3 on the season, so a bit of a rough start. Here we can see some of the stats. We had just over 100 yards of offense. That's it. We couldn't do anything at all on offense. Hardly any rush yards, hardly any pass yards. We really weren't leading in anything except kick return yards, because we didn't kick them because we didn't score. We didn't kick to him, sorry. So, yeah, it was a bit of a rough day. 5 turnovers. 5. Geno Smith played a really big part in those turnovers. We will see that in a second. And you can just see how it was just absolute dominance by the Lions. And it was not a good game. So, going to the player stats. Geno Smith, no touchdowns, 89 yards, and look at this, 4 interceptions, 4. I think he even fumbled once, if not like our running back did. And his passer rating was like 24.7, or his rating, and then Matthew Stafford had 250 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. We completed just 9 passes. We were sacked 3 times. It was a rough night for offense, just like last game. But here we can see the rushing stats. And I mean, not a whole lot of running from either team. Nothing great. And Stephen Hill had a fumble. But Reggie Bush had 1 carry at the very first play. He got destroyed in the backfield for a loss of 3. I'm not sure if he fumbled, but he got injured, and so we were thinking we would be off to a great start. But yeah, things quickly changed, and they had a backup. Mainly, it was passing, and you can see here sharing the ball around. Calvin Johnson had 4 catches. Chris Johnson, we tried to get him a screen pass. Yeah, he lost 5 yards, so that was rough. Blocking, really not a big deal. Defense, 5 tackles led the way. That's kind of crazy. Our leading tackler was Ryan Clark with 4, and he had assist on 1. And just looking around, really everybody was about the same in tackles, nothing too crazy here. But this guy right here, he had 2 interceptions. He was the main guy on defense. He had 2 of the 4 interceptions thrown by Geno Smith. And we can see right here, looking at sacks, Geno Smith was sacked 3 times, so there was 3 sacks on defense, obviously. I think Nick Fairley had 1. Stephen Tulich had 1. I couldn't really see anything else. Oh my gosh, kicking. I'm pretty sure this was the game. Nick Folk, it was like a 40-yard field goal. He attempted 1 field goal, missed it. Oh my gosh, worst field goal ever. Not even close. He kicked it. It didn't even make it to the end zone. It was like 20 yards still left, out of bounds in the stands by like the 5-yard line. It just didn't even come close. Not even nearly. Like, it didn't even look like he was kicking a field goal. It really just seemed like they got some 5-year-old kid and told him just kick the ball. And it was nowhere remotely close to the goalpost, let alone going in. And so, yeah, just absolute awful game from the Jets here. Lions dominated this game, winning 35-0. I wouldn't say really anybody on our team had a good game. And, yeah. So that pretty much recaps the game in a nutshell. So anyways, that's pretty much this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you did enjoy. And I'm going, gone. See ya.